What up, everybody? It's Kenma here again with another L2 talent video with Jaina Proudmore. Anyone that has any Warcraft knowledge will know who she is. So right now in the game, in the meta, I think she's one of if not the strongest. She's one of if not the strongest ranged damaged heroes in the game. So I thought it'd be a good time, and she's actually one of my favorite heroes to play too. So I thought it'd be a good time to do a talent video on her. So let's go over level 1 talents, right? Winter's Reach. Increase the range of Frostbolt by... Here, let me put my mic a little bit. That's fine. Just leave it there. Increase the range of Frostbolt by 30%. Lingering Chill. Increase the duration of Chill from 4 seconds to 6. Deep Chill. Increase the slow of Chill from 25 to 35%. And then Conjure's Pursuit. Shoot, that's Conjure's Pursuit. It's the same on everybody. I believe it's the same on everyone. Anyway. So, if you look at all these talents, like what it... Q already has a ton of range, so this isn't really very helpful. Because, like, she doesn't have low cooldowns to where you can poke Q all over and over again. And specking, and I'll go into it later, but specking to those talents like the level 7 Q and Icy Veins is why it's a really bad idea to do. So, Lingering Chill, this is an okay option, but honestly, if you're good at landing your skills, they're going to always have Chill on them. So, like, making your Chill last from 4 to 6 seconds is not really going to do anything. Deep Chill right here, having 10% extra Chill is... It's or not 10% extra Chill, 10% extra slow. This is really strong because like 35% slow to 25% slow, you can notice a huge difference in the way, like when you're chasing somebody or kiting someone. So I take Deep Chill 100% of the time in this. Like the other talents just don't stack up, they don't measure. I don't really have mana problems on Jaina, so why would I take Hunter's Pursuit? Level 4. Alright. So Frost Shards. Frostbolt will now pierce the first target. Kind of like Mountain King's Stormbolt, right? The Stormbolt talent. And then increase the radius of your Blizzard. So no one ever takes these two, right? It's usually one of these two that people are taking. Dealing damage to chilled targets returns mana to Jaina. Basic attacks return 5 mana and abilities return 25. I see a lot of people take this talent. I have no clue why. You don't have mana problems on Jaina. She has such long fucking cooldowns that what do you need mana return for? If you're like if you're spamming WEQ on every single lane, yeah, you're gonna run out of mana, but that's not how you should play her anyway. Like literally, if you get to a point in the game, she almost one-shots the wave with just a W, so like you never should have mana problems. Envenom. I'm trying to kill people, so I take Envenom. That's how you do the most damage possible on Jaina. So, obviously, I take Envenom 100% of the time. It's not even a question. Alright, level 7. Ice Flows. Doubles the width of your cone of cold and reduces the cooldown by half a second. Or each target reduces it by half a second. That's, it's cute, but, like, you don't need more radius. You don't need an extra width on your cold cone, right? So this is kind of useless. Frostbitten increases the damage of your Frostbite from 50 to 65%. Like, come on. This is awesome. It makes you do 15% more extra damage. Like, it's not really, think about it. Like, that's a lot of damage, right? Frost Armor. Enemy heroes that attack you are chilled. Additionally, every 8 seconds, you can block the next basic attack from an enemy hero, reducing his damage. Like, this would be kind of cool if you didn't just get a block every 8 seconds. Like, if they did something else, this might actually be viable. Like, if it, I don't know what they could do to this without making it OP, but, like, I feel like Frost Armor could be really, like, because there's no armor in this game, so, like, that's the reason why this doesn't really make sense. Getting a block instead of, like, getting, like, armor reduction, like, an actual armor would be really cool, but I don't think this is worth. Ice Lance. This is the other one I see some people taking. The cooldown of Frostbolt is reduced by 2 seconds if it impacts a chilled target. Like, what do you... Okay, like, when you combo someone, which I'll get into the combo later once I get to... I think it's 16. Once I get to 16, I'll tell you how to do the combo. But even, like, this early in the game, never are you going to be, like, it's not even like having your Q 2 seconds on your Q does not make any difference. The burst damage that you get from this is much superior because it makes all of your skills do 15% extra bonus damage. Like, it's not even compared to having an extra Q. Or, like, a 2 second... It's not even an extra Q. It's just every, like, a 2 second reduction. It's just not worth it. I get this 100% of the time, Frostbitten. Alright, level 10. Ring of Frost. Why does Ring of Frost suck? It's hard to land. The cooldown's 100 seconds. And it's just impractical. Like, it doesn't make any sense. Water Elemental is instant summon damage. It's a nuke in itself. It chills the target, and it perma-slows like shit. So, and it has 20-second less cooldown. Like, Water Elemental is amazing. It's what gives you your burst. It's what gives you like, most Jainas that I watch, they don't even micro their Water Elemental, and Jaina's still OP. Like, if you watch the really good Jainas, like, they'll actually micro their Water Elemental, and they can peel for, like, they can peel so well and chase so well, it's ridiculous. Like, Water Elemental is such a good spell. Ring of Frost is horrible. Do not ever take Ring of Frost unless you're trolling. 13, okay, so Stormfront. Why do you need twice the range on Blizzard? That makes... she's not a poke hero. She doesn't have good cooldowns. Like, she has good poke damage, but it's just gonna get healed up because she doesn't have cooldowns. And Icy Veins is the skill that would give you cooldowns to poke more, but I'll get into that in a second. Improved Ice Block. It's pretty much just Ice Block, right? It's self-explanatory. I mean, I guess there might be a few situations where this is needed, but I haven't found any myself. I've never taken this talent once on her. I maybe it could be useful if you're getting dove really hard. I don't know. Maybe, I don't know. Icy Veins. Okay, so this is what I see some people taking, right? It makes your basic abilities cooldowns recharge 3 times as fast and reduce their mana cost. I'm going to tell you why this is fucking useless, right? Because, first of all, if you don't take Sprint, Jaina is so... Let me just tell you, I take Sprint 100% of the time, and I'll tell you why. Jaina is so squishy, right? She's the definition of a glass cannon, right? She has... Because you can't take any of her defensive skills because they're just not worth taking. So, in Sprint is offensive and defensive, so it allows you to get offensive in situations as well. So it's kind of like you can use it both ways. Icy Veins is just, it makes you that, like, it's kind of like on Tyrande as well, like when you don't take Sprint. You're just like this standing target that with a big ass X on you that the other team just needs to fucking kill you, right? And then you might say, oh, well, Ken, what if we have a Divine Uther Shield, or we have comps that can shield me and block me and speed me up? It doesn't matter. Like, it's just not, Icy Veins is not worth it. It isn't, Icy Veins does not help your burst. And Jaina is all about her burst damage. And I will get into that at 16 in a second. So, do not take Icy Veins. It is not a good spell. Sprint is so much better. Just take my word for it. Alright, level 16. Alright, so Snow Crash. Make sure Blizzard have an extra wave. This is garbage. You don't want this. Numbing Blast. Cone of Cold roots... Okay, wait. I'm just gonna go... This is trash. Snow Crash is trash. Ice Barrier. When Jaina does increased damage from Frostbite, she is shielded for 20% of the total damage dealt. This shield lasts 3 seconds. Like, once again, like, it's cute, but, like, you can't be taking any of these defensive spells on her because you need to burst people, right? Let me get into why. Like, that's another reason that... Okay, I'll just first straight up say, Numbing Blast is what I take 100% of the time on Jaina. Cone of Cold also roots chilled targets for 1 second, right? It makes your E root the target for 1 second. It roots anyone that's chilled, not just one. It can root infinite people as long as they're chilled, right? So, like, you could think of it as it's pretty much an AoE root, and you don't need, like, the root will save you from, so, like, it'll prevent so much more damage than this, like, shield could give you. So, like, why do you want that, right? And you need, and let me get into why. Okay, Northern Exposure. This is another thing that I see some people take, right? And I will admit, Northern Exposure is amazing when you're, like, backdooring buildings with your team, or you're, their tanks up in front and you don't have a 25% damage amplification, and they have no escape. In situations like that, it's really good, but that is so like you have to wait for a situation that what do you want to like? What do I want to do on Jaina? Right? I want to. There's two things that I want to do. I want to either blow up the melee who's ever like diving my team, or I want to like give like a reach around and just like fuck someone up, like fuck a squishy up in the back, right? And there's like every squishy in the game right now has some sort of escape or whatnot, so you have to have the root to be able to land your full combo on them. If you don't have the root, you can't land your full combo on them. They'll just like tumble away or they'll dash away or whatever. So you need the root. You can land your entire combo in 1 second. So, and most of you are probably like, what combo are you talking about, right? Okay. So it doesn't root unless they're chilled, right? So what you're gonna want to do is you're gonna want to throw your ult down, which is R, and then you're gonna E them. You're gonna Kona Cold them, so it's R E, and then you're gonna W, and you're gonna W and Envenom at the same time. And W is a Blizzard, right? So you need to throw the Blizzard as soon as they get rooted, because the Blizzard will finish before the second root is up, as long as they don't have Relentless. And then you throw the Q after you W Envenom, and then that's your entire burst. That is so much damage with all the talents that I told you that any squishy that does not have like some sort of like healer or whatever cannot survive that. It's like impossible to survive that burst as long as you're not ridiculously like lower level compared to them. So that is I don't know how many games that I've won just like one-shotting people. It's ridiculous. And then level 20, Arcane Power. Let's go into this. Cold Snap. Don't get Ring of Frost, so you'll never even have the opportunity to get this. Winter Mute. Your Water Elemental will now mimic your Frostbolt, Blizzard, and Kona Cold for 50% damage. Cast range is increased by 50%. Like, honestly, Winter Mute is probably better than Arcane Power, in all honesty. But you have to, like I said before, Jaina's squishy. You need positioning on her to do what? To escape and to engage, right? Like, one of the comps that I like really enjoy right now is I haven't seen too much of it, but Jaina just bolts into the other team, engages with a root, and then tries to blow up anyone. And then Uther Divine Shields her, and then you have your team follow you up after that, like with I don't know, like with Stage Dive or Tyrande Stun. There's so many things you can do, and she obliterates people, and it's like it can be an AoE route to engage. Like, it's awesome. So take Bolt to the Storm 100% of the time. Like, unless you want to unless you're fucking around with your friends, take Bolt. If it's a competitive match, always take Bolt to the Storm. So I hope I answered most of your questions. If you have any questions. Yeah, but like, by the way, if you do have any questions, feel free to ask them in the comments, and I'll be sure to answer them. So let's give the build that my standard build that I use most of the time. All right, level 1, Deep Chill. 4 is Envenom. 7 is Frostbitten. 10 is Summon Water Elemental. 13 is Sprint. 16 is Numbing Blast, and 20 is Bolt of the Storm. Alright, that's it right now. I haven't decided what hero I'm going to do next. I might do a warrior next, so be on the lookout for that. Subscribe to my YouTube. Follow me on Twitter if you want more updates, and thanks for watching, guys. Peace.